Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Rizka Ranim as the first presenter from Group 11 regarding the title of the natural to language at time. Okay, what is children language acquisition? Language acquisition refers to development a second language for children. It is important and very useful for the children to learn a second language learning. There are many differences between the process of learning and acquisition. For example, the terms are generally used to separate first language as acquisition of second language as learning. According to Oxford 2001 to 114, language device is a device effectively present in the minds of children by which a grammar of their native language is constructed. Second language acquisition refers to the study of how the children learn a second language, additionally to the first language. Oxford 2001 358 state that second language is a language is not native to a community but has an established role for certain purpose of at a certain social level within it. Munoz ML 1998 said that language acquisition in the classroom activities have specific target English skills are being taught rather than hand-on experience of language acquisition. Children can learn the new concept quickly in the classroom every day. They also have time to learn basic English before they understood to the abstract and textualized activities in the school. Okay, next, the importance of second language acquisition. In developing language acquisition, the children start to learn from language acquisition production and using context and semantics. Besides that, in learning second language acquisition have another factors come from teachers' competence and roles in the classroom and mother speech.
Language acquisition production. Language production is the concept of psycholinguistics that describes the steps of speech from mental concept to producing spoken or written language. Children learn about the word and the meaning which they feel similar to communities used to express a similar range of meanings. This also gives advance from steps of an intimate relationship between cognitive and linguistic development. For example, Richard Cronner, 1974, found that English perfect tense he has worked etc. has not used before the age of 4.5, despite the fact that their form is frequent in parents' speech and consists only of simple elements which were well within the children's capacity. He examined other aspects of the children's speech and decided that the perfect tense did not appear until they had acquired the underlying concept of parents' relevance. Definition of language. Language, a system of conventional spoken, manual, signet, or writing symbols by means of which human beings, as members of a social group and participants in its culture, express themselves. Definitions of language include communication, the expression of identity, play, imaginative expression, and emotional release. Many definitions of language have been proposed. Henry Swift, an English phonetician and language scholar, stated, "Language is the expression of ideas by means of speech, sounds combined into words. Words are combined into sentences, with combination answering to that of ideas into talks." The American linguists Bernard Burt and George L. Trager formulate the following definitions. A language is a system of arbitrary vocal symbols by means of which a social group cooperates. Any succinct definition of language makes a number of presuppositions and begs a number of questions. The first, for examples, that's excessive weight on to talk, and the second use arbitrary in a specialist. Talk limited weight. Typically, people acquire a single language initially, their first language, or native tongue, the language used by those with whom or by whom they are brought up from infancy. Subsequent second language are learned to different degrees of competence under various conditions.
Okay, now I will continue the material from our group E. Benefits of language. The following are some of the benefits of having language in everyday life. 1. Language is used as a communication tool. Language is one of the tools used by humans to communicate and interact with other humans. Every language that is conveyed will certainly have meaning and also the relationship between one concept and the object mentioned. With language, individuals can give each other information, receive information, and also respond to many information or message. 2. Language is used as the identifier of a tribe or nation. Indonesia itself has many languages. Each region or tribe has its language, such as Japanese, Mining, Assamese, Santinese, and other regional languages, especially those in Kalimantan or Sumatra. The language used are also different. 3. Language as a tool for official state. Language, the use of language as a means of communication can, of course, be used by many people from any area. The existence of a language that is used as the official language of a certain area, for example, Indonesia, then everyone from that nation can speak and use the official language. 4. Language to develop culture and skills in the development of literature. Of course, language becomes very important. Every culture, of course, will bring up stories, poems, rhymes, essays, and so on related to literature. So, in making this literary work, language is one of the crucial things that must be studied. And two languages at a time. 1. The term Indonesia is also word belonging from the term second language, abbreviated B2. 2. Definition of bilingualism. It knows that literally, bilingualism is that habit of using two or more languages interchangeably. Below are the opinions or definition of bilingualism by the experts. According to experts, bilingualism is defined as follows. Robert Lado. Bilingualism is the ability to speak two languages equally or almost as well. Technically, his opinion refers to the knowledge of two languages, how it is leveled by a person. 3. Bilingualism division. There are several types of bilingual division based on bilingual typology, namely A. Compound bilingualism, B. Coordinative or parallel bilingualism. Compound bilingualism. Bilingualism shows that the ability to speak one language is better than the ability to speak another language. This bilingualism is based on the relationship between B1 and B2, which is controlled by bilingual. Both languages are mastered by bilingual but stand independently. Coordinative parallel bilingualism. Bilingualism shows that the use of two languages is equally good for an individual. Balanced bilingualism is associated with master levels of B1 and B2. People who are equally proficient in both languages. Thank you.